Hello? No, this is not a weird AI face. I was just born like this. Would you like some house with your spider webs? Has anyone got the phone number for the Ghostbusters?
Amazon has been given the green light to pick up paying customers in robo-taxis without some of the usual standard equipment. Unlike competitors like Waymo and Tesla, the company Zoox taxis don't have steering wheels or brake pedals, just 2 rows of inward-facing seats. Now, these things can reach a top speed of 75 miles an hour. The company says the robo-rides will roll out in Las Vegas next month.
I don't know what's more disturbing, the fact that none of us look twice at a self-driving car anymore, or their lack of respect for red lights.
Yeah, but look at this. Look at this. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay, that was weird. And can someone tell him to do up his top button? Come on, sir, standards. It was right about that point of getting stuck on the zipline over the canyon that I messed my pants, to be clear. Too much information?
There's this one-eyed last post theory. So I'm going to show you a bunch of examples and you draw the conclusion. Because there's just way too many for this to be a coincidence. Hayden Panettiere, and here's her last post with one eye. This is X's Instagram. His last post, one eye only showing. Oliver Tree's Instagram. His last post, one eye only. Juice WRLD's Instagram. And Juice WRLD's last post is crazy because it's his side profile, but he's also holding up a triangle with his fingers. Do the math. Like, that's not a normal pose. Mac Miller, a lot of you brought him up in the comments. His last post, one eye. And he's even doing it like this. Who does that? Also making a triangle. Cameron Boyce's Instagram. Literally a side profile one eye photo. Prince's Instagram. Now, while it's not like one eye only, it's heavily focused on one eye compared to the other. So I don't mean to go all tinfoil hat theory on you, but did I show you enough examples to make you start thinking a little bit?
I didn't know about Hayden, that's very sad. Heroes was a classic back in the day. I mean, some of them weren't one eye, like that dude is 2 eyes. I'm not good at counting, but I can do 2. Sometimes. I think her idea is that those people were giving a message or clue using one-eye symbolism as to what happened to them before they passed, involving dark people or entities in the celebrity world.
Is it walking?
Yeah.
I gotta see.
Sell skills coming in.
Look around suit. Oh, it's right here. Is it walking?
Yeah.
I gotta see.
Well, that is the least enthusiastic Sasquatch ever.
In 2009, Sony, the guys that brought us the Walkman, TVs, speakers, and of course PlayStation, submitted this US patent right here, officially known as System for Converting Television Commercials into Interactive Networked Video Games, which does a great job of downplaying what it could really be used for. Its main goal is to put an end to commercials running in the background that nobody pays attention to and instead force people to actively partake in them. It works a little something like this. Say you're watching a movie, a TV show, or any sort of content online, and a video ad for McDonald's pops up as usual. The only difference is it's interactive, with an on-screen display reading something like, say McDonald's to end this commercial. You then yell McDonald's out loud, and your voice is captured by your TV's microphone, which, by the way, every modern TV actually has a built-in mic if you didn't know. The ad's voice recognition then registers your response and ends the commercial, and only then you can go back to watching your brain rot. Sounds fairly innocent at first, but that's not the entire story, because this patent permits the advertisement to prompt the user to perform any sort of action in the real world in order to end the ad, which means no more going to the washroom or the kitchen or zoning out on your phone when an ad plays. Now you are the ad. This is part of a larger system meant to create a new era of interactive commercials that play more like mini video games. There's this other example that speeds up the ad if you throw in a pickle into the on-screen burger.
Thank goodness for my dusty old DVD collection. You just know it's coming, and people will have no choice as everyone is reliant on streaming services that can do what they want, basically.
Right now. Squeeze is the randomized license plate that a 77-year-old woman in Florida was given by the state, and she's speaking out against it.
That awkward moment when Granny comes to collect the grandkids from playgroup.
Japan is just deleting skyscrapers floor by floor.
How is that even possible?
A well-known physicist just came out and said that our digital data is going to outweigh all physical matter on Earth.
Nerd.
This video is not AI. This is an actual sports car that transformed into a giant robot on stage in Germany.
Can someone call Optimus Prime?
The Ohio police have just officially retired a RoboCop who spent 10 months in law enforcement and gave 0 tickets and made 0 arrests.
How would that thing arrest somebody? It has no arms or legs. It's basically a fat vacuum cleaner.
This is an actual concept for a spy drone in China that would basically be a less than 1 centimeter mosquito.
Knowing my luck, it would probably still bite me.
This actress just came out revealing the dark truth about her movie that came out 30 years ago. Why?
Over the years, we've had some laughs about that movie because people love it. I thought it was like a documentary on Beverly Hills.
And I know you saw that face reaction. Now here's a clip of the exact movie she was talking about. Watch.
How old would you guess I am? Come on, don't try to flatter me.
38.
Oh, 28. 23. I am 71 years old. That's what it does. It stops the aging process dead in its tracks and forces it into retreat. Drink that potion.
So she just took a compound that started to reverse her age from the inside.
The problem with that theory of Hollywood celebrities having some type of anti-aging potion is that they love to do the Botox Frankenstein surgery. I won't show case studies, but you know exactly what I mean.
A group of friends were together hanging out and they decided to use a Ouija board. Not a lot happened with it, so they continued their little party together and they took some photos. Now, it just so happens the person they were trying to contact was a friend that had passed away in a car accident. But in one of the photos they took, they captured something that wasn't that friend. Standing behind the woman who owns the Ouija board is a figure. It has a very long neck. There's no defining part of the head. It looks like it's in a long black cloak, and there's an appendage coming out of the cloak with really long, lanky fingers.
Look at the fingers on that thing. Have they never heard of Monopoly? Can people stop messing around with Ouija boards, please?
McDonald's built a 515-page dossier on me, and it says I'll never stop eating there. As a California resident, I have the legal right to access the data a company stores about me. After I requested my data from McDonald's, I received the 515-page file in my inbox a few days later. The sheer amount of data McDonald's had collected over the years initially caught me off guard. But what was more surprising was what their predictive algorithms were doing with it. Turns out, Ronald McDonald had been keeping tabs on me. Here's what I knew. The dossier estimated I'd visit 2.16 times before mid-September and spend exactly $29.15. It labeled my core behaviors as a food-led afternoon snack and an on-the-go lunch in a rush, which my household naturally refuses to let me live down. It also put my customer attrition likelihood at 0, likely meaning McDonald's believes that I will absolutely come crawling back for another large Diet Coke. Alright, but there's a bigger issue here. The power imbalance between a customer and a company collecting all this data. A McDonald's spokesperson told Wired the company takes data privacy and security seriously and uses information like past purchases to provide more personalized deals, offers, and messages. Much of my 515-page report was a detailed history of my McDonald's habits. Every time I opened the app to grab a bite to eat, it created a detailed record of when I went, where I went, and what I purchased. A professor at the University of Washington I spoke to sees this power imbalance as impacting users, saying that rather than benefiting customers with sweet deals, loyalty programs can be used for long-term surveillance.
Add one more reason to not eat that junk. You just know this, oh don't worry, it's just harmless data collection to make your experience better is not what is really going on.
Have you experienced anything spooky? Yeah, one of the people that we connected with was Greer. We went out to his place. We're just having these meetings with him, seeing if, like, are you legitimate? Some of the guys that were out there, just witnessing to them. One of the questions that was asked, if all of these things about the crimes and these compartments and this and that is true, why aren't you And he said, well, I'm protected. If anybody tries anything, they will be dealt with quickly. Steven said that.
Wow.
Yeah. So the second night there, I have a dream. There is a doorway. It was very, very black. And there's things standing there. And he just says, you can have anything you want. I just start saying, I reject that in Jesus' name. And every time that I would say that, this thing started going like, careful, careful. And so I pulled myself awake, and then something jumped on me in the bed. Physically fighting. I finally get out. Jesus, I could feel this presence leave the room, go down the stairs and out the front door.
Was this at Steven's house?
Yes, it was in one of the guest bedrooms.
Is this the thing that's protecting him?
Went home the next day, and in the dream of that night, I was back at Greer's place. Walk in his front entrance, and there's a woman standing, and she's just staring at me. She turned to this like 12, 15 foot thing. I could feel hatred. Whoa. And then I looked over. Greer was this body completely black. So another time I visited his house, I presented an edited version, and he said, oh, those are the warriors. I have these entities, and he said they protect.
Note to self, do not go for a sleepover at Stephen Greer's house.
I work in a museum and I have to check the whole entire floor before I can finish up because I have to make sure there's no guests. Is that crazy? It's kind of scary, huh? Kinda. You never know.
Is that what we're calling a museum these days? Charlize Theron. You see, I'm cool. I know things. Health and safety left the chat.
Those rats are going to eat like kings tonight.
This has been the James Naker Experience. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.